In the music business, famous people frequently captivate audiences with their captivating performances and gorgeous harmonies. Behind the glittering facade of success, some musicians, however, conceal dark secrets that shatter the illusion of stardom. Allow us to present you to the enigmatic R. Kelly, a persona whose rise to prominence concealed a horrifying tale of exploitation and abuse. Behind closed doors, a dark past emerged, leaving a trail of wrecked lives and unanswered questions. In this gripping exposé about one of the music industry's biggest scandals, we delve deeply into the chasm to uncover the disturbing crimes committed by who was once a beloved R&B icon. As we peel back the layers of R. Kelly's life, we uncover a web of manipulation and abuse that spans decades, leaving a trail of shattered lives in its wake. Through interviews with survivors and insiders, we shed light on the systemic failures that allowed his reign of terror to persist for so long, forcing society to confront uncomfortable truths about power dynamics and accountability in the entertainment industry. But first, before we dive in, make sure to subscribe for more celebrity news, exposés, and stories. This story is like nothing you've ever heard. Lies, truths, scars, hidden past, and chaos. This is the life of the infamous R. Kelly. Robert Sylvester. Kelly, better known by his stage name R. Kelly, was born on January 8, 1967. He first rose to prominence as a notable R&B singer, songwriter, and record producer. Kelly became well known for his soulful vocals and several of his famous songs, including I Believe I Can Fly and Ignition remix. His career spanned several decades and was quite successful. On the other hand, hidden beneath all of the flash and glamour was a shadowy history that was defined by a substantial number of unsettling allegations and criminal charges. Beginning in the late 1990s, allegations began to surface against R. Kelly, creating a picture of a guy who exploited teenage females by utilizing his fame and position to do so. The public was stunned, and massive outrage was aroused as a result of the infamous sex tape controversy that occurred in 2002. The incident purportedly revealed Kelly engaged in sexual acts with a girl who was under the age of 18. Kelly's trial in 2008 resulted in an acquittal, which has led many people to criticize the way in which the court system handled the case. This is despite the fact that the tape contained graphic content. As the years passed, an increasing number of survivors came forward with terrible accounts of the abuse and manipulation that they had experienced at the hands of R. Kelly. A number of women have asserted that they were held against their will within what was referred to as a sex cult that was composed of members of Kelly's inner circle. Unsettling testimonies revealed a pattern of physical, emotional, and sexual abuse, with charges ranging from dominating behavior to sexual coercion and violence. The allegations were made by a variety of individuals. The claims that have been made against the artist received a fresh round of attention in 2019 when the documentary series Surviving R. Kelly was released. As part of the 6-part series, interviews were conducted with survivors, members of Kelly's family, and industry insiders. These interviews provided light on the scope of Kelly's abuse, as well as the involvement of those who were around him. An outcry from the general public was prompted by the documentary, which resulted in heightened scrutiny and legal action being taken against the performer. And as one would say, hell broke loose. And with R. Kelly's truth being exposed in broad daylight in front of everybody in the whole world, it was natural that the small turbulence would only bring a gigantic wave behind it. With R. Kelly now being exposed, every single person placed him as public enemy number one. Even his most die-hard fans and his best celebrity friends who had defended him in the beginning were now turning their backs on him. The most notable criticism came from singers like Nayo, who said that enough is enough when he took to his Instagram to say that he too would mute R. Kelly. There is no excuse. Music is important. It really is. But it's not more important than protecting our children, protecting our little girls. period. Nayo wasn't the only star who came voicing his anger against the R&B singer's assault. Even one of his former friends and frequent work partner, Lady Gaga, was taking the stand against him. The singer and Golden Globe winner apologized for working with Kelly on her 2013 track, Do What You Want with My Body. Gaga took to Twitter to share that she stands by anyone who has ever been the victim of sexual assault, adding, "I can't go back, but I can go forward and continue to support women, men, and people of all sexual identities and of all races who are victims of sexual assault." But that wasn't all. Even actors and actresses were making it clear that R. Kelly has no place among them either. The docuseries also drew a response from Kerry Washington, who tweeted, "Surviving R. Kelly is the #1 trending topic on Twitter. Amen. Speaking truth to power." Some have even apologized for associating ABD frequently working with him back when he was first being investigated in the early 2000s, and vowed to never stand by his side again. In the wake of the publication of Surviving R. Kelly, the authorities in charge of the judicial system re-examined the evidence and continued to pursue accusations against R. Kelly. He was charged with many counts of sexual assault, child pornography, and obstruction of justice in 2019, each of which was brought against him. A federal trial was held in New York in 2021, while another was held in Illinois. Both trials were separate from one another. He was found guilty of a variety of offenses during the trial that took place in New York, including racketeering, sex trafficking, and bribery. On the other hand, the trial that took place in Illinois resulted in convictions for child pornography and obstruction of justice. There have been far-reaching implications as a result of the revelations that have surrounded R. Kelly's actions. These events sparked conversations on the responsibility of the music industry to safeguard musicians who are vulnerable, as well as the necessity of making more people accountable. Movements such as Mute R. Kelly, which demanded that his record label drop him and advocated for a boycott of his music, were inspired by the experiences of survivors. The music of the singer was deleted from the playlists of streaming services, and a number of musicians publicly distanced themselves from him. R. Kelly is now serving a protracted prison sentence as of the time that this story was published in December of 2023. The sentence hearings that are scheduled to take place in the near future will determine the entire scope of his punishment. In addition, numerous cases that have been brought by survivors in an effort to obtain justice and compensation are still being processed. The necessity of providing survivors with a voice and holding abusers accountable is brought to light by these instances of legal conflict. Ultimately, R. Kelly's troubled past serves as a sobering reminder that abuse can occur behind closed doors, even in the entertainment industry. The many survivors who bravely shared their stories illuminated the institutional shortcomings that allowed this kind of abuse to go unchecked for such an excessively long time. Justice is being served in the interim, but since R. Kelly's mask came off, people have begun to realize how dangerous the celebrity industry can be and how easy it is for someone to abuse their position of power, just as it did in R. Kelly's case. That's the end of this video. We hope you guys enjoyed going through this story with us. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to receive all of our latest videos and updates. See you soon with a brand new hot topic to cover.